our next question. Tina, this may be a bit personal, but I would like you to tell viewers, are you married?
Sure, I'm married with a kid.
Tina is married with a kid. And also another personal question. How do you usually look at your husband and desire to be intimate with him?
I don't think
Please, I know this is a bit
it's
too
really
personal.
not easy
I know
for me
it's a bit too personal, and it's kind of like maybe I'm coming on you too much, but please feel free. We have a goal. We want to reach out, and we want people to see it the way it is.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Initially, it wasn't easy for me at home. Yes, it really wasn't easy. Because my husband used to say it like, he used to talk to me like, yes, because you've had enough of this while growing. Because of that, you're tired. That is why you're not always moved. You're not always wanting sex. You know, so we're always quarreling and argue about it, you know. But I thank God, as time goes on, he understands that is who I am. You understand?
Okay, from what you just said, I gather that due to the fact that you are not the excited type sexually, your emotions have been repressed.
You might
and
say
as
so.
a result of that, your husband thinks you are not responding to him, or you're not excited by him because you have probably had a lot of sex in your young, let's say when you were still not married, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, I think this is something we need to look into, because I had to obtain permission from her husband to actually bring her here in the studio. And kind of like, it's not an easy thing for someone to sit and share such experiences with us viewers. So I think once more, I would really like to say thank you for accepting to come live on studio and share your experience with us.
You're welcome.
And another personal question. Tina, would you say you're happy and satisfied sexually and emotionally at this stage of your life?
Yeah, for me, I'm not seeing myself as somebody who have a problem sexually, because it's something I've grown up with, you understand? So I just say like it's normal, like I'm normal, you understand? Like my friend was saying that you're not normal. For me, I feel like I'm normal, you understand? Because it will only be strange to me if I've lived my life before not being circumcised, then now and I'm being circumcised. So that is why I never know that life outside what I know now. You understand? So my sexual life has just been there right from me growing till date, you understand? It's been me. So the problem is just my marriage, you understand? I don't start it. It has always been my husband who started things, you understand? But as time goes on, because this is my life, this is where my life continue, and this is where it ends. So I have to just start it sometime and like just make things happen. And we both enjoyed it.
Okay. Meaning you don't and you never initiate sex because the emotions are suppressed. The emotions, you don't feel excited. Normally, a woman should look at her husband and desire to have him at a certain point in marriage. And I think men...
And maybe I do, but it was, you know...
You are doing it at your own, let's say, your own rate.
Yes, and sometimes, even though I have such urge on my own, it was just little.
It's very, very minimal.
Yes, very, very minimal.
Not as much as maybe your husband would want you to desire him.
Yes.
Tina, speak to the mothers, speak to our sisters, speak to everyone who has ears to listen. What advice would you give them against female genital mutilation as someone who had it as a baby?
Yeah, my advice goes out to mothers. Yes, for me, I won't say I'm a victim because I don't know, but when I come across girls, I came to say that maybe I have a problem, you know, and because of my husband today, I see like I have a problem. When it comes to sex, I have a problem. So I'm talking to mothers now. I think we should leave our daughters to be natural, not because of their growing up. When they are growing up, there is the word of God to help them, to encourage them. Even songs can even touch your life, you know. It's songs of praise. It's songs that tells who God is. It's songs that tell what God can do, you know. It's songs that talks about your relationship with God. Can even change your life, you know. So it must not be we trying to circumcise a girl child to make her, you know, reserved. To make her reserved. Let's use the word of God to make our girl child to be reserved, you know, and make sure they are not lazing around. Let them get busy every day of their life, you know. When they are not schooling, they can learn sewing, they can learn hair, a lot of things out there that they can learn that will keep them busy. Always make them think positively and channel their thinking to the right position, and not getting them circumcised will be the problem to help them. No, because I know, are you telling me that there is no other girls out there that are circumcised that are into prostitution? There is, there should be, you understand, there should be. So I don't think that's a problem, but it will only cause damage to our marriage tomorrow. So because I don't want any girl child to face the kind of problem I'm facing in my marriage today, you know, sexually, you know, I think we should leave our girl child to be free. Let them be natural. Let them be natural.
Fellow viewers, mothers, you heard it from her. Stop female genital mutilation. Tina just said, had it been her husband was not a God-fearing man, had it been her husband didn't love her enough, he would have maybe abandoned the marital home to go out there and look for someone who can respond to him emotionally.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Any day.
When you circumcise, when you have your daughters mutilated, you suppress their emotions. When they get married, they cannot relate with their husbands emotionally. And we know men appreciate and admire women who respond to them. We know that as mothers, we know that as young girls, when growing up, would you want your own daughter to go through the risk of losing her home because you couldn't say no to a practice you never started? Mothers, we need to sit up and together say no to female genital mutilation. Once more, Tina, I appreciate you and I want to thank you for accepting to take out this time and talk with my viewers and tell them the dangers. I didn't touch the health dangers of female genital mutilation today because she was mutilated as a baby. What of those who are mutilated as young girls, as young as 9, 13, just because their parents want to control them? Do you know how many brothels are full of females who had female genital mutilation? You don't suppress their emotions and stop them from prostituting. They would still go there if they have to go there. But once more, we can avoid and prevent this ill by stopping it right at the very beginning. Please preserve our daughters. Preserve their health, preserve their emotions, preserve their dignity, preserve their homes, and let them remain natural. Together, let's stop female genital mutilation. Goodbye and see you in our subsequent videos. Bye-bye.
Bye.